Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, and this is something that I have been thinking about for quite a while now, but I feel like it's being really exemplified this week with the release of two juggernaut titles that, one of them has a little bit of a mixed anticipation level based on some things surrounding the game, but we have Final Fantasy 16 dropping, and we have God of War Ragnarok dropping. I don't think we've ever had a week where two major PlayStation exclusives or former PlayStation exclusives dropped on PC in the same week, literally 48 hours apart. I honestly, if I was Square Enix and PlayStation, I would have had a conversation about separating these two games or spreading them apart, because I feel like there's generally going to be a very heavy crossover between the audience that wants to check out Final Fantasy 16 and the audience that wants to check out God of War Ragnarok, but what do I know? Also, this is a week where your storage device is going to get absolutely slaughtered. It is going to get absolutely eviscerated. And look, game file sizes have been increasing and increasing for a long time. And for a long time, 1 terabyte has been the standard. When I got into PC gaming, a lot of people were picking up 500 gigabyte WD Blues. I remember that being a big thing, but I feel like for a long time, especially if you look at the pre-built gaming PC market, 1 terabyte has just been the standard. I've been talking to some of my buddies that are more casual gamers. They game on PC, but they're more casual, so they're not following things. However, the one imperative where I have been seeing over and over again, my buddies bring up, they are just like, 1 terabyte is not enough. They all are talking about, and some of them have already made the jump of picking up 4 terabyte drives, because that is really what you want to look at. I would argue 2 terabytes isn't enough anymore because of these game file sizes if you're regularly buying games. Now, yes, the option to delete and re-download games always there, obviously, but I would also say that that's a nuisance a lot of people don't want to go through. And this topic got even more so brought to my mind because I recently uploaded a video going over, Final Fantasy 16 dropping on PC. Go check that video out. Seems like it's got a pretty good reception, but just some general things to know about the game before you spend your money on it. And one of the top comments was, I literally pulled it up, the complete edition should be $90 and come with a terabyte SSD so you could actually install the game. Shout out Sonic Stillpoint 83 for that comment. You got a chuckle out of me, but really, that is the case because Final Fantasy 16 is how big? 170 gigabytes. Yes, it is 170 gigabytes to install Final Fantasy 16. The demo was only 15 or 16 gigs, but the full game with the Rising Tides expansion, with the Echoes of the Fallen expansion, will be 100, I would imagine 150 to 170, generally speaking, whenever Steam lists a file size for a game, it's a little bit of bump, but it is going to be a gargantuan install. Oh, a couple days after Final Fantasy 16, what comes out? God of War Ragnarok. Let's put aside the PSN account linking for now, but if you're picking that up as well, how big is God of War Ragnarok? 190 gigabytes. So let's take the file sizes that Steam has listed for God of War Ragnarok as well as Final Fantasy 16. Add them together, do that second grade level math. You're talking 360 gigabytes to install both of these games. That's 2 games coming out in the same week, and I know that there's a ton of people that are going to be checking out both of those games. It is just absolute insanity as far as how big these games are getting. Not to mention, a couple weeks ago, a game that a lot of you guys checked out was Black Myth Wukong. Let's pull up how big that game was. Oh, 128.6 gigabytes for that game as well. So you're talking 3 games right there, taking like 500 gigabytes of storage. That is where we are at, and really, it's nothing that we can change. Like, these games are just gonna get bigger and bigger. That's what I expect, but I remember one of my buddies hit me up, and they were like, oh, what's the file size install of Warhammer Space Marine 2? And if you look at it, Warhammer Space Marine 2, I'm just pulling it up right now, isn't that large of a game, relatively speaking. It is 64.6 gigabytes, and that isn't that big of an install. But that's where we're at. We're 64 gigabytes. It's like, wow, what a small install for Space Marine 2. 64.6 gigabytes. That's because you got games like Final Fantasy 16 and God of War Ragnarok coming out that are 170, 190 gigabytes. Black Myth Wukong, 130 gigabytes. Don't, like, Call of Duty, if you're playing Black Ops 6, that's gonna be crazy. Like, if you have a Game Pass subscription and you just have access to all of these games, it's not even a case of, oh, like, you're buying all these games, so obviously you have money, just go spend money on a larger drive. Like, Game Pass offers you so many games that you're gonna need a bigger storage device for that. What I am just saying is, a lot of these pre-built computers, that a lot of the consensus online when you buy a PC, and we've been seeing a lot of that with only 1 terabyte drives if you configure a PC. Guys, I really think for going forward, 1 terabyte is not enough. I would really be looking at picking up not even a 2 terabyte drive. Yo, honestly, I would be looking at a 4 terabyte drive. Like, if you really want to be good and you're buying a lot of games, and it's not even a case of you buying a lot of games at $60, but these games go on sale all the time. You're picking up Humble Bundles and you're getting these games super, super discounted. You amass a library fairly quickly, and I know a lot of you guys want to keep your games installed, and not only for the sake of keeping the games installed. Like, not everybody has, like, incredible download speeds and everything like that. Do you really want to delete a Final Fantasy 16 and then decide, oh, I want to go back and play the DLC now and then re-download the game? It's not that big of a hurdle, but it's just a wild, wild thing to think about. And again, I bring this topic up now because I think this story is so exemplified this week by the release of both Final Fantasy 16 and God of War Ragnarok, 48 hours apart, and both of these games being over 150 gigabytes. And, you know, it's a testament to the size and scope of these games. Not to say, you know, Final Fantasy 16 isn't this gargantuan open world or anything like that. As far as the Final Fantasy game goes, it's got, like, smaller open levels, but as far as scale of the boss fights and how gorgeous the game is, I mean, it is a phenomenal game. God of War Ragnarok, same thing, but you know, as somebody that's excited for both of these games, there's a little bit of trepidation being like, man, I gotta clear up some storage space, because if you guys don't know, right now, I'm staying at an apartment away from where I typically stay at, and where I typically stay at is where my souped-up gaming PC is, but I don't have access to that right now, so I'll have my gaming laptop over here in this apartment, and it's only got a 1 terabyte in it, and yeah, yo, there's some things that finna be uninstalled this week, so I can play Final Fantasy 16 as well as God of War Ragnarok. Right now, my drive's got 190 gigabytes, so you know I'm sweating as far as that's concerned, but I got stuff to uninstall. In an ideal world, I wouldn't like to do that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys are in that boat, so when you pick up your next gaming PC, maybe, or if you have something you can upgrade on, look at picking up a 2 terabyte or a 4 terabyte as far as expanding some storage, because I think that'll at least make your life a little bit easier. And it's not like those drives are overly expensive, but it is certainly an upgrade, I think, worthwhile to look at. But that'll do it for me. If you are excited for Final Fantasy 16 or God of War Ragnarok, just want to give a shout quick to our friends at Green Man Gaming. You can check out both those games a little bit discounted. Leave a link in the description box below. But that'll do it for me. Your thoughts down below, and let me know if you're picking up either of these games, both of these games, and is it a case of you having to uninstall some stuff, because 350 plus gigabytes across these two games, which is absolutely insane. That'll do it for me. Your thoughts down below. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.